Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. We're talking Elk Lake basketball. Joining us is senior Tanner Reyan, who recently eclipsed 1,000 career points, a 3-year starter, has been playing varsity for 4 years. And Tanner, you got a knack for scoring the basketball, but there's always a supporting cast. Tell us about your career there for the Warriors.
We've been really just a really solid unit. I wouldn't be anywhere without my teammates. Matt, Tyler, Pete, and Nick, we've been there together since 4th grade, and we pride ourselves on being there for each other whenever they need us, or when one of us is in trouble, the other one steps up. If I can't score the ball, I create stuff for those guys, and they can put the ball in the basket. So that's what really makes our team a lethal weapon when it comes to playoff time.
Well, you guys have been unblemished this year, and Coach Cordero saying you guys are playing some great basketball. Difficult and challenging, I guess you could say, to get to practice sometimes, that you guys are all spread out, and yet you have to go to one location. But you guys find a way to make it work.
Yeah, Coach, he comes in with a great attitude for practice every day, and we definitely pride ourselves on getting better every time we practice. Sometimes our best games are when we play split squads at practice, and that's something that you can never deny, that playing against one another makes us all better.
Well, Tanner, talk about the ability to score and your role on the court. And I think one thing, whether it's you or whether it's your team, people may see you guys and say, we got this team. They don't look that big. They don't look that strong. They don't look that fast. But, you guys always show up and you just play your game, and that works for the Elk Lake Warriors.
Yeah, our biggest strength comes from inside of us and our bond together. If I play the point guard, I get stuff going for other people. We run a couple plays to get me going. Towards the end of the year last year, I started playing the 2-guard a little more, and Tyler Arnold really stepped up over the summer. I worked on his ball handling, and he can handle the point guard anytime we need him to now. So depending on what set we want to run, he's there to help us, and it's definitely something grateful to be a part of.
Talking with Tanner Reyan here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, Tanner, you do a heck of a job in the classroom. You have a 97 average, 4 years of varsity soccer. But when it all's said and done, you want to go on, you want to play a little basketball at the next level. Tell us about some of the schools that you may be interested in. I'm sure they're interested in you with the 97 average. They're probably lined up and saying, we want a kid who could do a job in the classroom and, of course, the skills on the basketball court as well.
Definitely. It's really been amazing the past couple of months. The different coaches from around that have been contacting me and stuff. It really means a lot. I've been down to visit Penn State, Harrisburg. I met Coach Friday down there. I watched the game. He's running a great program down there. I'm definitely interested in that. I met Coach Draco from the Kings. Definitely, he seemed like a really nice guy. I'd like to get to meet him, again, watch a game or two. I've been talking to the coach from RPI up there out of Troy, New York. Great engineering school, and really that's what comes on the forefront for me, is where I can get the degree I need to ultimately carry out the plans I have for life. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's taking it all in day by day and taking my time to decide.
And Tanner, tell us about the major that you're thinking about at the next level for college.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking to go into agricultural engineering. I really like math. It's kind of where I pride myself in school. Definitely, I don't really like writing essays, but I think who does? And I've grown up on a farm. We have a family dairy farm. We're milking about right around 80 cows steady. The lessons that a dairy farm can teach a kid are unmeasurable, and I mean, it's kind of unfortunate that dairy farming is really slowing down in America here, but I can't stress enough what I've learned through living on the farm, and it's definitely a great way to raise kids.
Well, tell us about a typical day for a young man who's a senior in high school, Tanner Reyan, with a family that owns a dairy farm. Are you kind of in the thick of things, always involved?
Oh, definitely. In the morning, if I don't get up and go to school, early and shoot with the rest of the guys, and go down the barn, get chores started, hub that out, start the day, and then you got to be at school by 8:15 every day. Spend the day in school, trying to learn as much as I can, not goofing off too much. Go to practice, we work as hard as we can there. Go home, jump right into my barn clothes, get on the barn for an hour, hour and a half, whenever got left to do, and help finish up. And then we come in, eat, watch college basketball, and go to sleep to repeat the next day.
Well, it sounds like there's not a whole lot of rest in that life for you or your family. And tell us about your folks and what you get, out of the whole family, because I'm sure everybody has to pitch in with a job like a dairy farm that you guys have.
Yeah, definitely. My dad, my mom and dad go to the barn around 5 o'clock in the morning to get stuff started. We have one guy that comes and helps us in the mornings, but my mom really does a lot. I mean, she goes down the barn then. She has to be to work by 8 o'clock. She works 8 to 4. She comes home, goes back to the barn for 2 hours. On game nights, she gets a little break, and she gets to come out of the barn a little early to get to the games and stuff. But it's definitely a hard way to earn a living, but it's very rewarding in the end.
Elk Lake is still looked at, I'm sure, as a dark horse, but you guys have what it takes to possibly, shock the world, so to speak, and win a district championship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't necessarily, get the attention, if we played down in the Scranton area. Better caliber of teams every night. I mean, Mid-Valley is definitely a great team. I have a lot of respect for their program. Coach Adler does a great job down there. Holy Cross is always, obviously, tough year in and year out. Myers is looking really strong this year. And being from up here in the northern part of the county, we just don't quite draw as much. But, I mean, we know what we have, and that's what really matters to us. Our communities really wrap themselves around us, and it's really special to see all the people that show up for every game, every night. It's nice to see.
Well, Tanner, it's nice to see you do well. Congratulations on 1,000 career points. Of course, a lot of hard work goes into what you do in the classroom, on the court, and, of course, with the family business. So we wish you well in your future endeavors.
Hey, thank you, sir. Thanks for having me on today.
That's Tanner Reyan from Elk Lake, 1,000-point scorer here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.